We're visiting Mazda's premier design studio in Hiroshima, Japan to explore their newest concept vehicle, the iconic SP, and yes, it features a rotary engine. But don't be misled, this isn't the traditional rotary engine enthusiasts remember. Instead, Mazda has reimagined it as a two-rotor system that serves as a generator for a fully electric drivetrain. In simpler terms, this is an electric car with an internal combustion engine that provides extra power boosts. Even more impressively, Mazda claims this engine can operate on a wide variety of sustainable fuels. In a time when the global automotive industry is racing toward battery-powered electric vehicles, Mazda is taking a bold, alternative approach. Their newly designed rotary engine could potentially challenge the dominance of conventional EVs. This is not just marketing spin, it represents the resurrection of one of the most distinctive engine technologies in automotive history. For enthusiasts, the word rotary conjures ideas of performance, speed, and innovation. Now Mazda promises something even more extraordinary, a compact, versatile, and efficient engine that could redefine the role of internal combustion in an electrified world. To understand why this is significant, it's worth revisiting the rotary engine's history. Unlike conventional piston engines, which use cylinders and pistons moving up and down, the rotary, or Wankel, engine employs a triangular rotor spinning within an oval-shaped chamber. This design enables continuous and smooth power delivery while having far fewer moving components. Invented by German engineer Felix Wankel in the 1950s, the engine found its champion in Mazda, which refined it through decades of racing and engineering. By the 1970s and 1980s, Mazda had turned the rotary into a global icon. The RX-7 became legendary, celebrated for its lightweight chassis, precise handling, and high-revving rotary engine producing a sound often likened to a jet. Later, the RX-8 continued this legacy, offering a sports car experience unmatched by traditional piston engines. For many, the rotary symbolized purity, small, lightweight, and capable of extraordinary performance relative to its size. However, the rotary was not without its drawbacks. Fuel consumption was high, emissions were elevated, and long-term reliability could be inconsistent. These limitations eventually led Mazda to discontinue the engine after the RX-8. Yet, even after production ended, the rotary endured in automotive culture. RX-7s remain favorites among tuners, racers, and car enthusiasts worldwide, demonstrating that the rotary never truly left the collective imagination. Mazda never completely abandoned the rotary. In recent years, the company explored ways to reintroduce the engine in smarter, more sustainable forms. In 2023, Mazda unveiled the MX-30 REV, an electric crossover with a rotary engine functioning as a range extender. Unlike traditional engines, this rotary does not drive the wheels directly. Instead, it acts as a small generator to recharge the battery when needed, Mazda's first step in redefining the rotary as part of a hybrid system. Now, Mazda has taken the concept even further, developing a next-generation rotary engine that addresses its historical shortcomings while positioning it as a rival to fully electric vehicles. So what's changed? Well, it really comes down to modern engineering techniques. Mazda's new rotary features high-efficiency direct fuel injection, advanced cooling systems, and improved sealing technology, which, collectively resolve many issues that plagued earlier models. The engine is smaller and lighter than conventional piston engines, making it ideal for compact hybrid setups. It can run on petrol, but it's also compatible with biofuels and synthetic fuels, preparing it for a sustainable, decarbonized future. Most importantly, fuel efficiency has improved dramatically. Where previous rotaries were criticized for excessive fuel consumption, the new generation is far more economical, producing cleaner power and lower emissions. Mazda believes this blend of heritage and innovation is what makes the rotary relevant once again. Meanwhile, the EV industry, while growing rapidly, faces ongoing challenges. Battery costs remain high, keeping vehicle prices elevated and honestly less accessible to the average buyer. Charging infrastructure is still insufficient in many regions, especially outside major urban centers. Range anxiety persists as real-world driving conditions often reduce advertised distances. Even with fast chargers, charging times are significantly longer than refueling a conventional car. Battery degradation over time also affects resale value, creating long-term ownership concerns. These challenges highlight gaps in the EV revolution, creating opportunities for alternative solutions. Mazda is targeting these pain points directly with its rotary hybrid strategy. By integrating a rotary generator into a hybrid or extended range system, the company offers drivers freedom from range anxiety. Unlike purely electric vehicles, rotary-powered hybrids do not rely entirely on charging networks, making them practical in areas with limited infrastructure. This approach allows Mazda to differentiate itself from EV giants like Tesla and BYD, which focus exclusively on battery-powered vehicles. There's also, an emotional dimension. One common critique of electric vehicles is their lack of character. They're silent, smooth, and efficient, but a lot of drivers find them kind of soulless. Mazda's Rotary reintroduces excitement with its distinctive sound, compact yet powerful delivery, and a deep connection to a long racing heritage. For enthusiasts who grew up admiring the RX-7 or RX-8, this revival represents more than just nostalgia. It's really a return to passion-driven driving, now cleaner, safer, and more efficient. If Mazda succeeds, the ripple effects could be, substantial. Competitors like Toyota, Honda, and Nissan, which have experimented with hybrids and alternative fuels, may start exploring similar approaches. European brands such as BMW and Audi, right now focused on luxury electric vehicles, might actually reconsider internal combustion innovations if consumer demand shifts. Even Tesla could feel some indirect pressure. While Elon Musk has previously dismissed rotary and solid-state engines as distractions, the electric vehicle market thrives on innovation. So, if Mazda shows that its rotary hybrid system is practical, cost-effective, and emotionally engaging, other manufacturers may need to adapt. For consumers, the return of the Rotary means, honestly, more choices. Up until now, electric vehicles have often been positioned as the only viable future. Mazda challenges this assumption by offering a middle ground, where sustainability meets convenience and driving enjoyment. In areas with limited charging infrastructure, the Rotary hybrid could even be more realistic than pure electric vehicles. By making the engine compatible with future fuels, Mazda ensures its longevity in an uncertain energy landscape. Mazda's approach is not without risk. Scaling production, ensuring global compliance with emissions regulations, and competing against well-funded EV companies will be challenging. Yet Mazda has always excelled as an underdog, relying on innovation and differentiation rather than mass production. The Rotary embodies this philosophy, unconventional, bold, and capable of surprising the industry. By investing in its most iconic technology, Mazda is betting on uniqueness as a path to survival. Ultimately, the return of the Rotary is more than a technical update, it is a statement. The automotive future is not one-dimensional. While EVs will dominate many markets, alternatives will continue to emerge, driven by technology, culture, and consumer choice. Mazda isn't trying to replace Tesla, but rather reminds the world that innovation can take multiple paths. The rotary engine, once considered obsolete, has been reborn, not as a relic of the past, but as a challenger for the future. For drivers and enthusiasts, this means the coming decade of automobiles will not be uniform. Some vehicles will glide silently as EVs, while others will roar with rotary-powered hybrids. Choice, rather than conformity, will define the market. Mazda's gamble may or may not reshape the industry, but it has unquestionably reignited a conversation that many thought had ended. In an era rushing toward electrification, the Rotary's revival proves that there is still room for surprises, and Mazda is determined to deliver them. 2.